What's up guys, and welcome back to another creepy TikTok compilation. Before we continue any further, I just want to give out a really big thank you to those who have liked, shared and commented on my content, and for those of you who have subscribed, a big thank you as well. Over 4% of you who watch my channel have subscribed, and I honestly can't thank you enough. Anyways, let's proceed to the creepy TikTok compilation.
Laser weapons can be programmed for different wavelengths. There was something blue they didn't want to burn.
Blue car did not burn in flames. Same as the blue umbrella.
Operation Blue Roof and the FEMA self-help program, while similar, use two different materials. Both programs help reduce further rain damage to homes and provide temporary protection for the roofs of residential structures damaged during severe weather. The sheeting for Operation Blue Roof are installed by a contractor, overseen by the Corps of Engineers according to certain specifications. The material is a rolled polyurethane sheeting with fiber reinforcement. It's 10 millimeters thick and measures 20 feet by 100 feet. It's used for major impacts to roofs. The sheeting is 100% waterproof. It is also tear resistant, UV resistant, and fire retardant.
So what do you guys think? Do you think it's a coincidence? Strange how everything else was demolished, but when it came to the things that were blue, they were left intact. Not only are these celebrities' roofs wrapped up in blue, but apparently this has been going on over China. Makes you think to yourself, like, what do they know that a few short months ago there was mosquitoes being made in labs? So what do you guys think about that?
So anybody want to tell me what the hell I'm looking at? Petrified being right here. Some type of animal. I don't know what it is, but it's something. Now these people see this shit and they know they came across something that's not normal. Some petrified type beings. Cause that ain't just rock. I don't give a damn what you say. That looking like a petrified old lady. That's what it looking like. This looking like a snake. Yep, a petrified snake. It's a lot of these all around the world. He done put his damn hand in the mouth. Weirdo. But I'm glad you did and got this picture, because now I can see this petrified being. Thanks, pal. Thank you, buddy. Not quite sure what this is, but it was something. I'm sure.
I mean, I see where he's going with that. You know, the third picture with the owl doll looking like a Grim Reaper. This may just be a simple case of pareidolia. It does have some good evidence there to show, if I'm honest. But I would still lean more towards pareidolia for now.
Finally, a real reflection of what our Earth actually looks like. We have both the known world and the extra land that has been unexplored by us, as well as ancient civilizations, which I noted in my previous video. A huge shout out to Sturgio's, since he is the only reason we even have this map. Sturgio's put a lot of work into this map. He even went down to the smallest minute detail. He has mapped out time zones, seasons, flight paths, and distances. The first true representation of our world in a map, and it is of the utmost importance, primarily due to the unknown landmasses over here. Sturgio's named them Terra Vista after a landmass of the same name. But why have we never heard of this island? At least I haven't, have you? Anyways, Sturgio's presentation of our known world here marks the 5 prominent circles of latitude. We can see the Arctic Circle, the tropics, the equator, and the Antarctic Circle. And Sturgio's has mapped the sun's concentric journey around these circles of latitude, mapping seasons and time zones with the utmost precision and accuracy. It's crazy. Another huge shout out to Sturgio's because he definitely deserves it. So now that I've broken it down a little bit more and given you some additional longer footage to look at, is it getting easier for you to see the world map reflected onto the moon's surface? Or maybe some of you still think I'm crazy. But hey, opinions are like buttholes. Everybody's got to have one, right? Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section.
That was an interesting conspiracy theory. I've never once thought about the reflection of the Earth showing on the moon. I think at this stage, we're probably living on the moon and the moon's actually the Earth. Don't you know, you could tell she loved that song. Her foot was pumping to the beat. Yeah, more footage was needed on that second video, but the first video, I would have to call cap on that.
What are they hiding in Antarctica? In old maps, Antarctica is referred to as Terra Austras, which means land of the south. Nowhere does it show or mention ice. The most intriguing thing is that all maps show Antarctica connected to South America, meaning people could literally walk over to Antarctica. Yet scientists say that Antarctica was only connected 600 million years ago. Something just doesn't add up. In 1961, governments signed a treaty to say nobody can go to Antarctica. Recent speculation has created much debate over whether Antarctica was home to a lost ancient civilization before it became the icy continent we know today. Scientists have drilled down into the ice and found evidence that Antarctica was once a lush rainforest and have even found 1 million-year-old DNA. What else could be hidden underneath the ice?
What doesn't add up to me is how they're able to carbon date, whether it be 600 million years ago or 4 billion years ago. I don't understand how they're able to calculate this. I do believe that there was some form of ancient civilization in Antarctica. It's kept hidden from the population for a reason, and Adolf didn't spend years over there for nothing.
What would the world be like if giants was still around? And this is something that I want you to understand. There was a time on Earth when giants and smaller sized humans used to live as one. And because of the false history that we've been taught and religion, we've always viewed giants as savages or barbarians, when in reality, they was just as, if not more sophisticated than smaller sized humans. And they came in all creeds and colors, not just Caucasian giants, but black giants too. Oh my diddy. Who remembers the Shield brothers from Texas? Every one of them was over 7 foot tall. I would love to be one of those brothers. And for the people who still don't believe that giants exist, this femur bone is still being displayed in a museum. And they say it belonged to a giant 14 to 16 feet tall. Oh my days. And for all the people wondering, why would they lie? Why would they remove this from history? Remember, knowledge is power. And he who holds the knowledge holds the power.
The media and the world would tell you that giants didn't exist, but this states otherwise. The question you got to ask yourself is, why are they trying to keep it away from us? What is the reason that they're trying to hide it from us?
Look up pictures of Eminem with the devil horns. He has it on there.
Okay.
He is satanic.
I mean, have you ever encountered?
I've seen him at parties.
Oh no!
But you can't get to him. You can't get to him though.
What do you mean?
So many guards. Tons of guards, bro.
Really?
We're talking about like 20.
Wow.
You just see like just a little person. He's tiny. He's tiny.
How tall is he? Would you say?
Well, he's probably, I mean, he's short, man. These guys are huge. He's definitely part of all that satanic rituals. I know that. There's a whole ranking system with it.
Right.
You can't just get in right away. No, you can't.
It's
There's
like
the whole thing.
It's like the Freemasons. We're going
That's
back
exactly
to that.
what it is.
Because, you know, there's the 33-degree Mason. That's a top Mason that there
Yeah,
is.
so he's big top rank.
Right.
He's been in it for years.
Yeah.
He's been part of the Illuminati for years.
Right. Well, that's terrifying.
I mean, because they frame them, they make them do stuff, and then they have it on camera, and they'll they'll exploit them and say, "Hey, you're either this or that."
They'll blackmail them.
They'll blackmail you.
Yeah.
You know.
I would say that there is a lot of celebrities who do want to leave, who do want to get out of the game, but they can't because, well, they know what will happen to them if they were. And there's more celebrities now than there's ever been. I mean, there is some striking similarities, but come on, the whole Trump thing. Really?
You are looking at one of the strangest patents in the entire U.S. patent system. Patent number 2006-001425A1, Walking Through Walls Training System. This patent refers to a unique process, a training system that enables a human being to acquire sufficient hyperspace energy in order to pull the body out of a dimension so that it may pass through solid objects. This is very real and was used by the U.S. Army at one point.
That's gotta be cap. Surely someone just made a patent like that just for the crack. When you know, you know, but I don't have a clue. Do you guys know what this is referring to?
What the absolute fuck is it? Starting to regret that I stopped at this rest stop. And they say Bigfoot isn't real? I don't ever want to stick.
I don't know if that's the noise Bigfoot would make or not, but either way, to hear something like that in the middle of the night, I would run a mile. You wouldn't see me again.
You are a slave. When you are born, you get a birth certificate. When a ship pulls up to its bay on water, it's called the birth canal. When they pull up, they get a certificate of manifest certifying all the products on the ship that bring into the country. When you are born in water, through the birth canal, you get a birth certificate, which is your certificate of manifest. This is because you are a product and this represents your cooperation. This is why when you die, you're called a corpse. So when you get a letter and your name is in full capital letters, that is not you. That is the cooperation that you represent and that is tied to you your whole life. When we were born into a copyrighted timeline, which is 2023, created by Pope Gregory in the 1500s, which he copyrighted. Therefore, on paper, we are born into a copyrighted timeline and he owns our bodies, which is our corporations. You're a biological battery. This is why you get charged in a court. And when you get charged in a court, you go sit in a cell, a battery cell. This is why cities look like motherboards, because we literally are electricity. We are bought and sold on the New York Stock Exchange, and that's what your birth certificate number is. This is us at the very bottom, the debt slaves. Above us, you have the entertainment industries, government, education. All of this is to keep us down here. There's so much more that goes into this, people.
To be fair, this guy has a lot of valid points. I'm not sure about the whole Pope Gregory thing or the battery in a cell. I mean, it has some logical sense to some degree. I will say though, when it comes to like your certificates, when you're born, you're stamped with an identity number. You carry that identity number with you throughout your whole life. Something to think about. It's like that Eminem. It's like that Eminem song, you know, where he says, "I'm gonna let one rip." There was an eerie, dark kind of vibe from watching that Storm video. That just looked like it came straight out of a horror movie. That was proper creepy.
Alexa, what happened 5 days ago between the United States Marine Corps and FEMA in Maui?
From DainicBidyaloid.com. As reported Saturday, Marines caught FEMA operatives piling corpses into a mass gravesite at the Maui Forest Reserve.
I don't think we'll ever get the true story from what's happened in Maui.
Baby Morph's right through gate.
It's just happened. The board stopped, but I kept going. I'm stuck here. By some force of nature.
So we're in a storm right now, and this car literally just drove up this. I don't even know what happened. I think
This guy is a wizard.
Yeah, you do it.
What did you guys think about those clips? Did you think they were real or cap? Let me know.
Hey, this is an AI robot. They all around.
Joking at first, to be honest, but then when I seen the way it was walking and then the facial features, my question is, why would they spend so much money to make an AI robot and for it to do absolutely nothing? Is there something that I'm missing?
Now we're walking through the city, right? And look at this. Big building up there. Big building down here. And what happened, Mr. Drifter? Lost it? Huh? What happened?
Everybody knows something's up. Everybody knows. That is not normal. Everyone is looking up, wondering why the sky is split. Look. Sky is broken. And everybody knows something's fishy, don't you? Fishy, ain't it?
You know, that's the first time I ever seen this.
That's right.
Escucha las palabras de las brujas, los secretos escondidos en la noche. Los antiguos dioses invocamos ahora la obra de la magia.
My question is, how did that lorry driver even get there in the first place? It's such a tight space. I believe that whatever that chemical was that was sprayed, that's the reason why the sky looks like that, to be honest.
Listen to the record, page 55 from the committee's interview with FBI employee Roy Demlo, you just spoke about, which took place on July 17, 2023. In that line, she says, the question was asked, okay, if someone were to leave here today, were to leave this interview and were to suggest or imply that when you said the laptop was real, that it meant that the FBI had affirmatively determined in October 2020 that the laptop belonged
Not sure what she was doing there, but to me it looked like she took a few lines before she went into that room. I'm not too sure what that was, but if it was interfering with your phone or your camera, it's obviously not good.
If you'll indulge me, I'd like to read 2 pages from advice from the extraterrestrials. Yes, it's true that we have been in contact with your government and heads of power. It is also true that we've been It is also true that agreements have been made and kept secret from your people. It is also true that in the past, some of your people have lost their lives or have been badly hurt to protect the secret. Our hands had no part in this. We contacted your leaders because your planet is in grave trouble. Your leaders said the vast majority of your population wasn't ready for anything like us yet. So we made time agreements with your leaders as to when your people would be made aware of our presence. Your air, your water are contaminated. Your forests, jungles, trees, and plant life are dying. There are several breaks in your food chain. You have an overwhelming amount of nuclear and biological weapons, which include nuclear and biological contamination. Your planet is overpopulated. Warning, it is almost to the point of being too late, unless your people act. There are better ways of deriving energy and food needs without causing your planet any damage. Those in power are aware of this and have the capability of putting these methods into worldwide use. Those in power view it as a military and security threat. That upset me. You mean to tell me that the people in power have the ability to save and better the planet, and they aren't doing it? Amnesty. What do you mean? Complete amnesty to those in power, governments and leaders who have been suppressing the truth, that they can't be held liable for any past wrong deeds. It is the only way these leaders can come forward with the truth. It is necessary that you do this in order to work together.
This world could have been a much better and happier place had the people in higher places not had such corrupted minds and darkened hearts. We could have been living in a better world today. But that's not the case. Instead, the UFOs are going to come straight into Earth. They're going to say, look, this is all your problems. This is what's going on. We've come here to help you out. We've come here to clean your water, to clean your environment. Essentially, the aliens are going to be our savior.
Hold on, Jamie Foxx gets hospitalized in April. 3 months later, we finally hear from him. And this is what he looks like now, but the timing is ironic because it was right when he started to expose P. Diddy's party. And if you haven't heard about that, go check out my 3-part series real quick. How about the movie he just released called They Cloned Tyrone? I mean, what is that timing? But Kanye did the same thing. He started to expose the music industry, disappears for a couple months, comes back, and then looks like this. And I know Jamie Foxx was in critical condition, so I don't want to jump down the rabbit hole and make assumptions because this is someone's life we're talking about here. But the timing is just wild. Comment down below what you guys think about that.
What are your thoughts about this? I would love to hear in the comment section.
And here we have a car from 1921 running without a plug. Now look at this old car. And it was pulling energy out of, they just said out of the environment. They couldn't quantify what, but they had the correct frequency. And this had a battery and some wiring. And it was running around without being plugged in. Memo to Tesla Motors, go and research this. Get rid of your plugins. And this is one of my favorite, 1902. A farmer and engineer named Stubblefield with Tesla, he had something they called the Earth battery, or the Stubblefield battery, and it had rods going into the Earth and some wiring, and it was picking up this magnetic flux field of the planet. And he was running his farm, and Tesla was there with him. 1902. So when I say 100 years, lost century, no.
I do not wish to talk about it myself, but I've been a victim of quite a bit of suppression. So has any other legitimate researcher in this area.
Just what kind of technology were they using? A lot of people said that the Great Reset had taken place in the 1900s to get away from the old world and start a new world.
Really? Okay. I'm here in 1985, guys. I mean, come on. How much more do you want from me? Prince, guys, 1985.
If I was a time traveler, a Prince concert would be the last thing I'd be wanting to record. The visuals and the audio in that was just way off.
All of a sudden, all these military trucks and police cars showed up at the hospital. They come in armed, and they got a bag. They got a thing in a black body bag. And he was like, what the hell's going on here? They're like, you're going to be taking some x-rays. And he's like, okay. And they had him inside, and they had armed guards on the outside, armed guards on the inside, military trucks running. Nobody comes, nobody goes. And he said, first time in in the history of my career, I took the x-rays and I couldn't even verify that they were good because they took them immediately. And then they said this event never happened. He said the stench in the hotel, in the hospital was overwhelming. And he goes through the different x-rays that he took, the abdomen, the head, the arms, the legs, the thorax, and it was incredible. In fact, Ubarajada Rodriguez, if you're listening to this, he's one of the leading researchers. He's gone quiet.
I would have loved to have heard the full story of that. Yeah, that's really sus. I mean, when it comes to Scotland, they have the exact same weather as they do in Ireland. In Ireland, we have 4 seasons. There wouldn't have been enough of hot and dry weather to start a fire in Scotland.
Come here right now, Paul. Come here right now. Paul, right now. What is that? What is that? What is that?
I love the panic and the excitement in that guy's voice, but to me, it looked like flares. I could be wrong. Yeah, I mean, how many predictions has ever turned out to be true, really? Except for when it comes to conspiracy. We do have to be ready for September and make sure we do stack up on a lot of food because something is coming. Or am I joking?
Oh my god! Oh my god!
a guy at the end survived. And I hope that there was no one else in that car when it fell off the cliff. Man, they were scary TikToks.
An 8-centimeter parasite worm has been discovered inside a woman's brain after she accidentally ate the worm's eggs. She grew forgetful and became depressed and was admitted to hospital.
I thought, gosh, that feels funny. You couldn't see anything more abnormal. And then I was able to really feel something separate. I took my tweezers, pulled it out, and I thought, gosh, what is that?
I mean, the real question I have here is how many of us realise we have parasites within us? And what are they doing to your body now? The second fish looked really cool. The blue fish looked really chilled. And to think that the vast majority of the ocean is yet to be discovered. Crazy.
A walker was left searching for answers after finding a baby Loch Ness monster washed up along Poole Beach in Dorset, England.
I'm not sure if I can call that a baby Loch Ness monster, but last week or the start of this week they have come out stating that they are searching for the Loch Ness monster. And there's quite a lot of money that's going to be involved in that as well. If you like this creepy and haunting TikTok compilation, then there's more here or here. Well guys, thanks for hanging out with me today. And if you stay to the end, you're amazing. Smash that like button for us so this video can be recommended to others and also help it with the YouTube algorithm. And hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out any of our videos, because we do upload at least 3 times a week. Until the next video guys, look after yourselves, stay healthy, and we'll chill out soon.